Yo, Stuart Scott with ESPN. Holla, one time.
So that's going to be the last time that we use Stuart Scott's intro here on JR Sport Brief. I'm pretty sure that you all heard by now that unfortunately he passed away from cancer at the age of 49 years old. It's very unfortunate. We all know cancer. It does not discriminate. It doesn't care who you are, what you look like, how old you are. It's a disgusting disease. It really isn't much more to say. And generally here on Sundays, we do JR Wisdom on a early Sunday morning, but today it's about Stuart Scott and Stuart Wisdom. I thought I was going to be speaking about John Jones, but this is something much more important. The way Stuart Scott led his public-facing life was amazing, and he dropped wisdom just in getting up in the morning and just seeing him on television, you know, how he carried himself, how he portrayed himself. I met him a few years ago in a tiny screening, maybe 10 people in the room, for the film Just Right. And this is when I first started JR Sport Brief. When the film was over, I said, hey man, you did a cool job. I introduced myself. And it's also funny, a lot of people always ask me, how do I meet so many people? Well, you know, when I first started off, it was not that easy. And you know what? Simply being respectful and introducing yourself goes a long way. And he was the same way every time I saw this dude, whether it was at a movie screening, whether it was at the ESPY Awards, where I got that intro at, whether it was at behind the scenes things like a golf tournament where I also saw him. Stuart Scott was the same everywhere. And there are people who are with him every single day who can probably attest to that same thing. I don't care if he was on screen going booyaka or boom shakalaka or whatever he used to say on television. I don't care if it was at a golf tournament. I don't care if it was at a private event or a dinner. Stuart Scott always handled himself professionally, and he is someone to look up to and someone to look at, regardless of whether you're a journalist, an anchor, a black journalist. I don't care if you're just a professional. The way that he carried himself was superb, and I think there's something to learn from that. I can't speak to his private life, but if his private life was anything how he presented himself publicly, this was an awesome dude. It's unfortunate that he leaves behind 2 daughters, but I think there are things that you can take from his life, especially how he fought, how he conducted himself, and how he never gave up. This dude always had something to fight for, and there are things that every day that we have in life that go on that we just quit on. This dude didn't quit. This is JR. You're checking out the Sport Brief. It's no JR Wisdom. It's Stuart Scott Wisdom. There's plenty that you can learn from the dude. You all have a great Sunday. Enjoy the football. Peace.